Image burning in her mind, between her thighs. It's me, again, Jarin. Welcome back to my channel! And we're playing Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales, and I wasn't going to initially. Simply because the standalone Gwent multiplayer game didn't really catch me. But then, one rave review and avid recommendations from people I actually know later, I caved, and here we are. For the record, I am a massive fan of The Witcher 3. A massive fan of the entire series, actually, to be completely honest. For some reason, Gwent itself I liked best in The Witcher 3. As soon as they took it out and started polishing it up and enhancing it and enriching it and adding more stuff and removing some other stuff that I knew and was used to, it just all kind of fell apart, you know. But Thronebreaker is not an online thing, and I'm hearing some amazing things about it, so yeah. Oh shite, we do get to select a difficulty. Hang on. For players who want to sit back, relax, and enjoy the story with the option to skip battles. Oh, that sounds just about amazing. For players seeking a moderate challenge and an impactful story, for players familiar with Gwent and ready to put their skills to the test. Jesus, you know, I'm almost tempted to just join this little Novgorodian potato peeler. Simply because I actually was never very good at Gwent. I was okay enough at Gwent when faced with AI opponents in the Witcher 3 game, but online I never fared very well, very well. So, let's start with Battle Hardened. Perhaps we'll be able to change the difficulty on the fly in game. Fighting Frost. Every turn on turn start, damage the lowest unit on this row by 2. Well, that's a different function than it originally had.
1267. War hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Meve, queen of the twin realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was. Not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I? As the queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Meve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers, his neck red and chafed from a ruff, starched stiff.
Bless the conjunction of spheres, they not replaced, but that they got somebody else to narrate this thing than the old Dandelion in The Witcher 3.
Hail, Your Majesty! Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
Yes, at its end, letters were exchanged, documents signed. Paper. Time will tell of what value. That will suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so.
Can I just say right off the bat, I'm already in love with this art style. It is very, very unique. I've never seen anything quite like it, especially in terms of the facial animations that it is. I say facial animations, but I really mean just... You know what I mean. I also love the subtle camera shifts between the characters in dialogue.
The strays of Sparla, the bandits, I was attended to during your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Settle down.
Steady, Caldwell. Come now. Deep breath. All right. Speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As your Grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails for long. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Locheren. We waited for nightfall to surprise them as they slept.
Good old Neil Patrick Harris just standing back, silent. Tell me he does not look like Neil Patrick Harris. It totally does. Now, oh, I cannot pause the game from here. That's a bit of a shame.
Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty. Straw-stuffed dummies around the fire. Soon, we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the strays had snuck away, rounded our positions and ridden to Hawksburn.
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors. That is where they station.
Never mind, he does talk.
So the gold? All of it?
Anytime now he will break into a song and then a magic number.
It's stolen, your Grace, but I shall do all in my power to recover it. This I vow, if it be your Grace's wish.
Well, what do you reckon?
After weeks in the saddle, your Grace's wishes are modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet, they shall have to wait. I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it.
Okay, I really...
Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
Okay, welcome to the Thronebreaker tutorial. Before embarking on your adventure, you should get acquainted with basic game mechanics. Well, before I do any of that, I can control my character like so, yes. Follow the cobblestone road to reach the next stage of your journey, yes. That's all good. But, primarily, what I want right now is to take a look if it's at all possible. I can change the difficulty on the fly, so that's one thing. But that's not what I wanted to... Are these all the settings that I can get? Jesus. I was kind of interested in if perhaps by any chance we could set the dialogues to play out automatically without our input, but I guess that's a no. Nice and firm. Gold, wood, recruits. Morale normal. A bitter return. Yes. Alright. So, we literally just click and she goes to where we click. That much is clear enough. Can I just hold and she'll keep moving? Yes, okay, that's good. You will expand your army throughout the game, but to do so you must collect the following types of resources: gold, wood, and recruits. I've just been through them, game. You're slightly back. Lagging behind. I can find new companions along with new items on the roads. If you don't want to miss anything, be sure to thoroughly explore the map and complete side quests. Wait, what was the first one? Ah, right. Well, will you disappear now, window, or...
Oh, thought it were bandits riding in.
What is that gonna do exactly? Wasn't I already at 50? Not Alright. Go on. Okay, the controls are weird. I really quite wish it picked up the input from further back. It's just a bit uncomfortable the way it is set out right now. Like, why wouldn't I be able to... yeah, this... Can I move her with keyboard at all? No. That's frustrating. That's just genuinely frustrating. Not a whole lot, but yeah.
Milka, they stretched her over a fire till she told them where she buried her gold. Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Sit tight, sketch it out for you.
Well, that's elaborate. The treasure map. Search the area and you may just find the secret location marked on the map with an X. Yes. I'm sure I will. What I am not sure about is how exactly will I even go about, like, handling it. Is there like a map of the entire world? If there is one, I guess we'll get to it later. An obstacle blocks your path. To remove it, you will need to spend some of your resources. Jeez. Alright, let me just keep exploring first. This looks like a good spot. There it is. Why exactly do we have to hold the right mouse button down? I failed to unlock? What? What was that? Shit, I missed the... Ah. Well, I have discovered a card that can be used in Gwent. Multiplayer card game? Can I not use it in this single-player campaign? Can't walk there, that's strange. Can't go there either. Wish she would run a little faster, if I'm being totally honest. So far I've got a lot of complaints, it looks like. I dig the art style. I think they've done that thing with the art style as in to say... Oh, never mind. Your Majesty, it seems someone's felled an old oak, which now blocks the road. Unfortunately, our wagons cannot go around it. How do you wish to proceed? If the longer sort the matter, our soldiers should conserve their strength. Issue access to the soldiers and put them to work. Yeah, I feel like I have no idea, actually, which of the resources is going to be more precious to me, obviously. So presenting this kind of choice this early into the game seems a bit weird. Most interactive objects are marked clearly on your map, but not all. Some events cannot be predicted, so you'd best be prepared for anything.
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Meve charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry.
Attack! Charge!
This is where I click, okay. Ah, we're going to battle. Excellent. Meve was convinced the bandits would flee to the cover of the forest upon realizing their grave mistake. After all, no ordinary bandit would dare attack the retinue of the queen. Yet, the strays of Spala were of a different breed. They held nothing sacred. Story battle custom deck. Alright. So let's see just how unfamiliar this will feel. Alright, there's me. Bandits. Alright, this is the battlefield. You will play your cards on the bottom half, and your opponent will play on the top. Units can be played on one of two rows, melee or ranged. But remember, the abilities of some cards may be different depending on the row you play them. A standard battle can last up to 3 rounds. The first to win 2 rounds wins the whole match. Players alternate their turns. During your turn, you can play only 1 card, but you can use any number of abilities. The player who goes first in a match is the same who initiated the battle. In this case, you encountered an ambush, so your opponent will have the first turn. That's fair.
To attack the Queen? An outrage!
Can we slow down, girls and lads? The strength of each unit you play adds to your army's total strength. Okay, that much I do remember. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end will win the round, yes. Oh. Some units have armor. Armor absorbs a certain amount of damage dealt to the unit. Now, is this something that was already in the standalone Gwent multiplayer game? Or is this first introduced here? Because that's just straight up Hearthstone, isn't it? And presumably many other card games. Like, I am not at all versed in card games. I've played Hearthstone for like 2 hours, and that's pretty much it.
Your Grace, the men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Okay, Neil, I'll do it. Don't worry. Give me some space, man. Most cards have an ability of some kind. To learn more about it, select the card and read its short description. Additional information will appear if you right-click on the card. Play any card. Now, not so fast. I want to see his. Deploy. Okay, so it moves 1 unit to the row opposite this unit and damage them by 1. Since he started with this, there was no damage, obviously. What is this, Reynard? NPH. I'm renaming him NPH. That's it. That's done. Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight. Indeed. So, I've got Lyrian Scytheman, who's a human blitz, and boosts itself by 5 automatically when my leader's ability is used. Our folk they feed and our foes they bleed. Now she boosts an ally by 4 and give it 1 armor. Cool down 3. Oh, so I get to repeatedly use the leader card. Awesome. There's armor. And yeah. And she's not accustomed to interruptions. However, oh, we even get credits straight in the game for the art. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's pretty damn wicked. Yeah. Good shit. Graphic Studio. All right. Damage an enemy by the number of cards on this row. Okay. Reach 2. Reach 2. The distance in rows that you can target. Ah, okay. I can find the bullseye from 100 paces. Perhaps not with my first shot, mind you, but still. Okay, now we do have 1, 2, 3. That's 3 rows, right? I'm not blind. I'm not crazy. That is 3 separate rows. Yeah, has to be. What about Count Goldwell? He's animated. It was kind of strange seeing that illustration by Bognagowska when this is so much more than just an illustration. And this is something that I absolutely adored about the Gwent multiplayer game as well. The way they animated the cards, which was fabulous. Just one of the reasons why I really enjoyed watching the Gwent being played, like the tournament and shit, but not really playing it myself. Okay, this card plays a copy of each adjacent unit from our deck. Your Majesty, for the Queen to question Commoners why, it's simply not proper. Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and play this dude.
Salt of the earth they are, Your Grace. They'd follow you into fire. You need simply say the word.
Scythemen have the Loyal ability. This means that their other abilities are activated every time you use Meave's ability. Oh, is that what it said? Each leader has its own unique ability. To learn what it is, just select the leader. Maeve's ability allows her to boost a unit's strength and add armor to it. She can use this ability once every few turns. Yes, we know! First select her, then select one of your units. Was that what it was? Automatically, yeah, that's what it was. What about you, mate? No ability. Oh, well, that's a bit boring. Okay. Alright.
I shall teach you to respect the crown.
That was by
dogs.
4. And automatically by 5. Yeah. I cannot make any more moves. It's time to end my turn. Of course. That ain't a problem. Okay, it is 4 rows. Okay. And we actually do have them... Oh, we do. Can you disappear? I'm trying to have a look here. You won't let me. Jesus, you're mean. Oh no, these are just... Right, okay. I'm gonna miss my trebuchet. Well then, let's go with the knight, I guess? Oh, the Arbalist ability allows him to deal damage equal to the number of cards on the row where he is played, which means 1. His ability is actually the one he's played, yeah, just 1. That's... Maybe I should have put him next to my little scythe master here.
Look out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Wait, what? My opponent's cards also have abilities, I know. Be sure to read their descriptions carefully and adapt your strategy accordingly. What was that? This was a bit. Whenever enemy takes damage, boost self by 1. No, that's... Fuck off, that's not what happened there. Move 1 unit to their opposite this unit and damage them by 1. Oh. Okay, so that's a bit of a weird wording then. That's very much a strange wording, cause my understanding of this, based on the way it's phrased, was I don't actually know. I'm not realizing I would not probably know how to understand it. But that's fine, that's fine. We might as well stay all here, right?
Keep calm, Tiberius.
Count Galva's ability allows him to summon from the deck copies of the cards that are adjacent to him. His ability is activated the moment he is played. Yes, so... Right. And that leaves us with... Yeah. Oh, I can't attack that far. That's the reach. Gotcha, bae.
The strays took tail and run.
I'm starting to understand.
Yes, our victory is assured. Sound the horns. May they sing praises of this triumph for ages.
How are you so sure? When you have played all of your cards, the end turn button will turn into a pass button. When you pass, you will not be able to perform any actions until the start of your next turn. Except... She's got a cooldown of 3, wasn't there? 3... turns? I guess not, just 2, alright. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end of a round will win the round. In the event of a tie, both players will receive a victory point.
Battle's not yet done. It's better to conserve our strength.
But he
Prepare
still
for a
could have
strike
done
that will
something,
prove
right?
decisive.
But I guess he chose not to. But jeez, this is confusing. I'll get it.
Battle formation! Protect the queen!
The player who won the previous round will play first in the next round, always. Cool. That's already simplified. Already a simplification. Okay, same shit. Same shit.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
That's all you're gonna do, mate? Alright.
Aye.
I don't think there's any way you can possibly lose this particular one. Tutorial one.
Give me a time.
I just keep trying that. Because I'm silly like that. Hang on. Hang on there. Boost and by 4 and give it 1 armor. That's all fair and dandy, but how did it feed onto the other one as well? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Automatically went right. Cool. You've won 2 rounds in a row, which means you are the battle's victor. Congrats.
I congratulate you on your latest victory, Your Grace. The bandits stood not a chance.
No, I know, MPH, I know. Love the reuse of some old sound effect.
Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Neve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
I'm a bit confused. Ever so slightly confused. They are riding on horses, and yet Maeve said something with her arms crossed atop her shining breastplate. So she literally rode like this. Now that's some proper queen behavior. But we didn't actually move anywhere on the map. That's cool. Okay.
I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the Pearl of the North. With its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve.
To serve your army, you must first pitch camp. Pitch camp by pressing the tent button on the left side of the screen. Alright. Camp buildings allow you to expand your army and give you access to important information. Most camp buildings can be improved in your workshop. These improvements will give you access to stronger units, thus easing your journey down the line. Enter the workshop. Oh, there we are. Royal Tent. You can check your manager's unofficial correspondence here. To improve your camp buildings, you must first collect the appropriate quantity of gold and wood. And I will also need access to a regional map, but to get it, you will first need to improve your Royal Tent. Upgrade the Royal Tent. Gotcha, mate. Thanks to this improvement, you now have access to the regional map, which you can open from the main game screen. The workshop itself can also be improved. With each subsequent improvement, you will gain access to new, stronger units. Yay! Oh, you won't let me in, huh? Alright. In the command tent, you can create units and build your army from available cards. Now this is the part. This is the part I will not enjoy. Improving this building will increase your army's recruit cap, allowing you to use stronger units. The cards currently in your deck are displayed on the left hand side. All cards available for you to create and place in your deck are displayed on the main screen. You can get access to new cards by upgrading your training grounds and workshop as well as through certain story-like tasks. Grayed out cards are available but have not yet been created. You must first create them before you can include them in your deck. Your deck must contain a minimum of 25 cards while not exceeding your army's recruit cap. Currently, your cap sits at 125 points. To create new cards, you need a particular resource, recruits. You can gain recruits at conscription posts, which are marked on the map with the helmet icon, as well as through certain story-related tasks. You've received additional resources to craft a Wagenberg card. Create one now. What's a Wagenberg card? There. How? Oh, there it is. How do I do this? Like this, presumably? Yes, that's... no. Actually, yes. But they actually... never mind. It's the same. Add Wagenberg to your deck. You can now view and create new cards, or return to the main game screen to continue your journey. Okay. Oh, is that MPH? It sure is. Although he doesn't look like himself in here. So give one charge to units with depleted order. Trigger this ability. The number of times another ability can be used. An ability. Jesus. An ability triggered manually by the player. Units with order cannot be used for one turn after being placed on the battlefield, whereas artifacts can be used immediately. Under your husband, I served 10 years. Under you, another 8. And never in that time did I fight for a more worthy cause. That is brilliantly inspirational, but I have no idea how to understand this. But I guess we'll get there. Eventually. I cannot craft it. Not enough. What? What was it? I see. I've got 1. So I guess that's cool. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that from the standalone Gwent game as well. That's great. Why am I not able to... oh, there is something here. Lyrian! I've already got that 5 times! And I'm kept out, so it's like... probably... not really... there's probably... Jesus Christ, what is all this? Filters? Yes. 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 I guess. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's even got a fucking search bar? And this is the level of order. Damage all units on an enemy row. But this unit's... what? Okay, moving on. I can now take a look at my other camp buildings to familiarize yourself with their functions, or you can return to the main game screen to continue your journey. Oh, jeez. Okay. First of all, can I do more improvements right here? I sure can. Increase the number of trinkets Meave can equip to 3. Trinkets? What's trinkets? A place where you can share stories with your comrades. That is incredible. Enables unit creation, army building. Ah, training grounds. In between 25 to 75 gold for every battle won. That's a bit boring. Not enough. Hey! Oh. Okay then. 1 recruit after every battle won. I'm feeling poor. But let's improve the workshop at least for a start. Great, new support units in the command at 10. Yes. Are you shitting me? Oh my god. For real? This game. So, one of the only complaints I make immediately is how slowly she runs across the map, and they make that a fucking skill you've got to unlock? That's... how... Can I just say that really makes no sense? Not enough... What do you mean not enough... Oh, wood. How much wood do I need? Ah... Well, if I can afford anything, then just... Fuck off already. In the royal tent, you can view the letters and maps you've received so far, as well as keys and card fragments. The royal tent screen can also be accessed from the main game screen by pressing the knapsack icon. See, what bothers me real bad about that, movement speed being a skill, is that it literally means it's just a convenience thing that they are nudging you to spend on, just for more comfort. And it's so nonsensical. It's like it feels like they really didn't. They just wanted to fill that screen with more stuff, so they implemented increasing movement speed as something to upgrade for, with fucking gold and wood. Your Highness, artisans from Gradabor have prepared a new tapestry pattern for the throne room. I have included an engraving of the design. You will be pleased with it, I hope. A Cintrian lion inherited from King Coram I. Bad Fangs offer stunning realism, and the ancestral sword of the Delans of Temeria appears as if forged in the very depths of Markham. I have no doubt it shall prove the castle's latest masterpiece. We eagerly await your return, my lady. Gustave Perrault, Royal Steward. Dear Meave, you've my gratitude for attending the summit. What luck we did not put off meeting any longer. From what my men say, armies on the march are kicking up a veritable dust storm across the Yaruga. Come what may, remember, you have my full and unconditional support. Best wishes, Timmervent. Noted increase in guarding activity in foothills of the Mill Mountain and Ridbon. Ambassador claims routine training exercise. Number of troops, quality. Recommend strengthening border forces and tripling patrols along Yaruga shore. Bandit groups formed after revolt in dungeons of Spala Castle. Blah 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 blah. Yes, unable to determine identity of the group's leader. We get that much. Great. No keys or fragments. So where's the trinkets? Like, I want to see the trinkets. What do the trinkets mean? You can talk with your companions in the mess tent. Give them a little bit of your time, and you may just learn a secret or two. Oh my fucking god! Hello, MPH. Let's talk.
A bit of respite, Reynard.
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company? Swapping tales with the innkeep, even?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't, but would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant, nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim, and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
For Reginald to err wasn't unheard of.
Well, a brilliant strategist Reginald was not. They dubbed him the courageous, not the cunning, for good reason, I dare say.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meve, save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly. Alas, I've come to fear Willem might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances, events beyond his control.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise we must hope Ancaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that either.
Hey, I'm kinda struggling with the writing here a little tiny bit. I mean, this is taking place not that long prior to the first game in the main series of The Witcher games. And it is profoundly more, dare I say, poetic. And a bit high and mighty. I mean, it's charming, but yeah.
It's time I attended to other matters.
Time I attended to other matters. Wheeze. Oh, this guy is just checking my stats. Cool. There are 10 golden chests. I suppose there's gonna be 10 treasure maps. The tutorial battle did not even count as a standard battle, but that's cool. There are some puzzles apparently, and of course quests. Yeah. And that's literally all I can do in here right now, so screw it. Morale, still normal. Cool. Alright. Remember that you can open your map by clicking on the compass rose icon on the left side of the screen. Okay. Your primary task is marked with an exclamation point. To see what awaits you next, scroll through the map. So there's me. There was the first golden chest. That's where we started. And that's where we headed. And oh my god. Say what? Bro. Okay, so the map appears to be a fair bit larger than I anticipated. Of course, there's no saying how much of this is actually going to be a runnable, but still, gee whiz. There's my inventory. Ah, it's the same stuff, okay.
Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why I'd have gone round, through Sodden. They told me, Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace.
Yes.
Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why I'd have gone round, through Sodden. Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, what?
Okay. So this game apparently will also have pointless dialogue. Fair enough. What's this? Your army's morale can change. Neutral morale has no impact on your cards, whereas low morale lowers each unit's strength by 1 point and high increases it by 1 point. Oh, look at that. Somebody was lazy proofreading the stuff. Each unit strength by 1 point and high morale increases it 1 point. Come on now. The army's current level of morale is displayed by an icon in the upper left corner of the screen. Changes in morale depend on your choices throughout the game. To increase it, make an offering at a wayside shrine. But remember, after victorious battles, morale returns to neutral, so you must always keep an eye on it. Wait, so victorious battles will effectively decrease the morale. Okay. Now we're high as kite on morale. Because the shrine was actually full of...
mercy. Whatever is this filth?
Necrophages.
Ah.
Drawn here by blood scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm, I won't allow it. Attack!
Will we? Okay, I guess this just continues to be a tutorial at this point. Who were these travelers whose bodies now litter the roadside? They had the look of pilgrims who found misfortune after crossing paths with the strays of Spala. The bandits had slit their throats, leaving the bodies to rot under the sun. They'd likely have known the stench would attract the attention of flesh-hungry scavengers. Gee whiz! Proofreader, this is alarming. That's exposing the next passersby to a horrific death. Clearly, this realization hadn't bothered them in the slightest. Yes, monster deck. So what exactly are we dealing with here? A trophy is a unique type of card, and you can have only one in your deck at a time. The trophy will automatically appear on the battlefield at the beginning of the match. So this is the trophy. Your rows are now covered in fog, which is just one of several row effects you will encounter. Row effects, after all cards, affect all cards on a given row and can have either positive or negative consequences. Later on, you will also gain access to cards that allow you to add similar row effects. Yes.
Raymond, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, Your Grace. It's the first I've seen of any such... thing.
Well, it's an Al Ghul, you fool. A spectre? Girl. I like how they are driving home the fact, though, that the reason Witchers are important in the setting is because the knowledge on the monsters, in spite of the fact that the monsters have been around for as long as they have, is so limited not just in the midst of the common folk, but also the queen herself doesn't know the difference between an Algul and a Spectre or a Striga. Oh, I could look past the Striga comparison, but still. Okay, so this guy has an order thing on him. Destroy the highest enemy, then boost all allies by that unit's power. This ability is triggered manually by the player. A unit with order cannot be used for one turn after being placed, whereas artifacts can be used immediately. Yeah, I've read them before, I still don't really understand. And then this, Foglet. Oh, that's what she was commenting on. Okay then. Deathwish. Summon a copy of this unit from your deck. They call it Deathwish here, okay. Cool. Oh, that's why. It's triggered only when the Twitch machine keeps getting unplugged, which is awesome. Okay, Deathwish. So, when moved from the battlefield to the graveyard, units that are banished are not sent to the graveyard. No idea what that means. Move automatically to the battlefield, not considered played. Fog creeps on little cat feet. Foglets creep over the bodies of their victims. Okay. Alright, and we've got the booster, which is all nice and dandy. So what exactly does the fog do here? I have no way to check, apparently. Oh, there it is. Every turn, on turn start, damage the highest unit on this row by 2. Yo, what? What? That's not cool.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
These carrion eaters. I know them.
This is just a normal ghoul, which there's the fog effect. Consume a unit in your graveyard and boost self by its power. Okay, he's got nothing in his graveyard as of yet, so that's cool. I don't want to put him. Wait, oh! Tutorial forcing me to do stuff now instead of later. One of my units, okay. Wait, to boost the strength of one of my units. So I guess I'm gonna have cards placed on the enemy rows as well. Makes sense.
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
Slay the filth? But gee whiz. He's not mindful of a language, this one. Oh, yeah, my bad. I remember now. What's this? Oh, a little history. Cool. Oh wait, he passed. I didn't have to play him at the time. Well, that's stupid. The trophy will stay on the battlefield between rounds because it has the resilience ability. Okay. No fog anymore? Good. Fucking good, mate. Alright, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna start here now.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Just a basic ghoul again. Now boosted by the grave. Okay.
They fill their bellies,
Gotcha.
ma. This doesn't bode well. Oh no, not well at all.
Oh, do shut up, darling.
Give me a time.
along the steep.
Wait, what just happened there? Bro. Just like me, if each enemy leader has a unique ability, using its ability, the enemy leader destroyed your strongest unit and threw it to its necrophagist's feet, which has made them much stronger. Bitch!
My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Do I have to do that? If the round isn't going your way, it might be best to pass your turn and save your strength for the next round. But remember, you can only pass at the beginning of your turn, before you have played any cards or used any abilities. Let's do that. Ah, so I always draw 3 cards, regardless of how many I leave behind when I pass. Cool. Remember, losing just 1 round does not mean defeat. To win the battle, you must gain 2 victory points.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat.
Ah,
Arms
right.
at the ready. Attack! Look there.
Oh, rock
Yet
fields.
another abomination.
Whenever another unit. What? I think. Oh. To successfully command your army, you should understand the synergies that exist between your cards. To get things started, play Wagenberg on the melee row. The ability of this card becomes more powerful with each additional unit that is played on the same row after it. Can I fucking read? Whenever another unit is destroyed, damage a random enemy by 1. You'll smell them long before you see them. True enough. And this, Adrian, my man, this illustration is messed up. This is messed up. Wow. Nice. Anywho. Okay, where's it? There it is. Okay. Zzz. Row, but this unit's armor amount. Then lose all armor. Whenever a card appears in this row, gain 1 armor. Hey! Balls on wheels, they stole my idea. Cards that have the order ability can be activated manually at any time you choose during your turn, but only after enough time has passed since placing it on the battlefield. The icon at the bottom of the card will indicate when the ability is available to use. Oh, so that's what it means, okay. During your turn, you can activate any number of cards that have the order ability. Most can only be used once, but the order ability of some cards can be activated multiple times in a battle. Wicked. Never mind. And there it is. Play an Arbalist on the melee row in order to take advantage of Regensburg's ability, which adds 1 armor point to the unit. I sure will.
Arbalist at your command.
And now I have to use the ability. Which is what again? Damage all units on enemy row, but this unit's armor amount. Oh. I feel like that was a bit of a waste, using it that early. Can I do nothing else? I should be able to do something else, right? No? Oh, because I've... Right. Sorry, baby. And another one. Okay, that's great. Reynard's ability allows you to reactivate units whose order ability has already been used. As a result, you can use Vegamus ability once again. But, do you not understand... Okay, MPH, give 1 charge to all units with depleted order. Is that all he does, though? Right. the number of times another ability can be used. Right. Never mind, let's just put it there.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Oh yeah, it actually attacks the entire row, not just one god on a row. I keep forgetting these details. Well, I have officially won, haven't I? Yeah, they run out of cards and you have a seizable advantage. Sizable. Your victory is assured, so you can either pass your turn or play out your glorious triumph to the very end. Well, guess what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do.
I'm a monster.
I'm forgetting what she does, actually. Oh yeah, she just adds points. That's all there is to it.
The beast hasn't a chance against us. Victory is ours.
Well, you've changed your tune. Not even a minute ago he was all like, we should flee probably. And now he's like, ah, they never had a chance. Foolish. I get... How the hell am I getting wood out of the insides? Are they somehow made of wood? My beloved, please write as soon as you reach the temple. I know only 2 weeks have passed, but my heart weighs heavy with thoughts of you. Our home feels empty without you. I hope our offering, though modest, will please the Mother Goddess. With her blessing, we shall have a child at long last. I have no doubt she'll make a loving father, as loving a father as a husband. Please be vigilant and return to me soon. Forever yours, Frilka. Well, that had a happy ending. What a charming story. Oh, and this guy was just casually chopping wood. Have they been feeding on wood? Is that how wood got into them? This is very true to the Witcher 3 main game, though. Like, legit. In terms of the distance between casual happenings and monsters.
Many trees we've felled, my lady. Might you have need of them? So, take whatever your heart desires.
I'm afraid I already did.
They call themselves strays? Well, we'll treat them like strays.
Yes!
We build a bridge, brick by brick. A one, a two, the pillar grows thick. To near no bandits here. Not surprising neither, for we'd chase them off with our hatchets, we would. To near no bandits here. Not surprising neither, for we'd chase them off with our hatchets.
What a story, Mark. Thank you for telling me. Go on. There we go. Okay. What else is great? Up here, maybe? Oh, yes. Sha-la-la. Ta-ta-ta. Discovering signposts unlocks the ability to fast travel, allowing you to move between them at any time from your regional map. That's fantastic. Main quest, signpost, B. Oh yeah, there is a signpost back there as well. Okay. Okay, that's how it works. Excellent. The default moving speed, however, is seriously something out of a textbook on how to torture your players.
The masks they wear. Have you seen them? They fangs, snouts, horns. Like a right proper nightmare.
You don't say, mate. The GUEs. What else is
Your
new?
Majesty, I beg of you, thrash them bandits, please. Scared to step out into me own fields, I am. To raise an hand against the Queen. These hounds hold nothing sacred. Thank you for listening to this tired bag of bones. Folk haven't lent an ear to old Poppy in a long while. Please take this for the road. To raise an hand against the Queen. These hounds hold nothing
So,
sacred.
wait, so this poor old man just gave me 61 crowns for nothing. Literally nothing other than just listening to him talk for less than a minute. My goodness, do they hold me in high regards. Hello, people.
Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking under the blistering noonday sun.
Your Majesty, Count Caldwell.
Okay.
Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report.
The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid. Yet our courtesy hadn't inspired them. They haven't peeped a word. Might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for them, should have them jabbering right quick.
I'll speak to them first.
Your Majesty, for the Queen to question commoners, why, it's simply not proper.
Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and titles for it, so no impediment do I see. Lead me to them.
Bow low for your sovereign, Her Majesty, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia.
Ha' mercy, Your Grace. We bear no guilt, we simple folk.
Calm your hearts, you've nothing to fear. Although maybe they do. Maybe I should be a bit more firm-handed.
Calm your hearts, good folk. Though your queen I may be, you are subjects, not slaves.
Oh, well, that's not dehumanizing at all, is it?
Meve extended a hand, the royal ring gleaming upon it. Unfamiliar with protocol, a pleb gripped it firmly and gave it a shake as hearty as a good scrub in the tub.
My, we shall be addressing one another by name afore long.
This is an outrage! Guards! Grab him!
I've all in hand, Caldwell.
Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm not accustomed, nohow.
Nonsense. You've a firm grip, a spry handshake, and a bold spirit I can respect. What do they call you, man?
Helmer, son of Florence.
Delighted, Helmer. Now understand me, man. I am in dire straits and in need of your aid, so please answer my queries in full and forthrightly. The bandits, whom do they follow?
Him, milady. We seen him. No name, just an odd title. The Duke of Dogs, they call him.
My, a blue-blood thoroughbred mutt. Where are he and his hounds bound? Did he say?
That recall, Imogen? What do you name? A Gleeton or something?
Clayton. Lord Clayton. His estate lies to the south.
Sound the horns. Have the men form up. We march at once.
Milady! Harbour no ire for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him. Shared what grub he had.
Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them?
The choices you make will have consequences. Some may be felt immediately, while others may take time. Choose carefully. I'm gonna whip them. Yeah, press the man into service, set the woman free, or just leave them be. Gotta be, how kind I'm just gonna leave these guys be.
Leave them be. The harvest draws close. Hard work. They'll have their hands full.
Oh, my lady, thanks be to you, thanks be. I pray Mother Melita lay watch over your kind heart.
Oh, there was a tone of mischievousness at the very end there, on the heart.
Pray she watches over yours. Should
What?
I hear of you sheltering bandits again, of you lying to my officers, I shall return and put torch to every hut, field and orchard. Understood.
Neve set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at
Damn.
a gallop, her mount knocking the peasants aside as it kicked up a cloud of dust. The folk of Hawksburn spoke of the royal visit long after, albeit ever behind closed doors and in hushed tones.
This is just super silly, though. The way... That's another scene. Like, these last two scenes back to back both ended with her marching off into somewhere, and then we're back into gameplay and we are on the same very spot. And it just feels really weird. I cannot help it. Oh dear lord. Notice boards are a great source of information about what's happening in the area. Clicking on them will cause markers to appear on your regional map, showing you where to find places of interest. We want. Alright, so there's a puzzle here, a point of interest, another puzzle here, some loot, way down there. Anything back? No? Maybe I just ought to go back anyway. Main quest, and still no side quest. Alright. Dude. I mean... Oh my god, I can't save the game without exiting? Okay. I hope it doesn't crash. Because I was just about to update my score. Isn't it fantastic? Okay, first of all, it's not going to be very positive right now of the start. One gameplay minus for the speed of movement and the fact that workshop was it's nonsensical. I mean, it's not completely nonsensical, but it's not nice. Shop was it's nonsensical. I mean, it's not completely nonsensical, but it's not nice. I don't like it. Second minus for the controls on the map. The controls are just weird, not very intuitive at all. My goodness. And then I'm gonna give him 1 story plus for the voice acting. I could be getting ahead of myself, but I really believe that there might be, if what I am now thinking confirms to be true, then that plus will basically just be confirmed on my behalf. And if it confirms to be incorrect, then I guess I'm gonna be the stupid one, which I might, and I'll take it down again, I guess. As for the rest of my impressions and such, I cannot really say as of yet, simply because it's only been tutorial stuff so far. I mean, I do think the game is a bit too tutorialized. I would very much prefer like a tooltip sort of optional thing that I could just click mid gameplay and you know, be like, okay, so give me your tip, give me your guidance, give me your advice when I want it and when I need it explicitly. But so far it's been like really very strongly in my face. And let's be fair here, Tutorials have never been CD Projekt's Red strong point. The tutorials in The Witcher 3 haunt me to this day, and seeing them again over at your place, it definitely sent some shit back. Okay, I'm just gonna pop off real quick, and then we'll continue. Be back in just a sec. Okay, so
What is this, Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight.
They shall pay dearly, your grace.
They shall indeed. And not only they. Rot has crept into Lyria, Reynard. My kingdom has been poorly kept.
my queen, a stray of Spalla was found inside the dwelling. He was wounded during the siege on Hawksburg, then abandoned by his comrades. The location of the spoils is offered to share. That is, should we spare his life. I will not be bribed. Screw that noise. My morale is already low. So I guess that's one gold chest we will invariably miss. Your Grace, two of your subjects humbly request aid. Yerplik and Wilma, they call themselves. Seems the wagon axles snapped and they need to hurry to the market. What are your orders? Summon the camp overseers. Have them see what can be done. A few pieces of gold should suffice. Let's increase the morale even further then. You know, it's like, it's not even 2 hours that I've played, and this gameplay outside of card combat is already, like, doing me head in. I feel like I'm gonna have to invest into the movement speed increase, because this is dreadful. And I say that as a fucking Witcher fanboy, so think about the poor souls who are not that fond of The Witcher itself.
That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
Am I gonna fight rocks? I guess I will. In a flash, MPH leapt for Meave, wresting the queen from her saddle. Had he arrived a moment later, Meave would have met her fate under a massive boulder. Alas, she was not yet free from danger. The entire escarpment had begun to collapse onto the road, along with the temple wall that stood atop it. The screams of crushed and dying soldiers cast a somber shadow upon the queen, yet she needed to collect her wits and act quickly to establish control over her unit. Destroy all boulders. So we've got special rules, and only if we follow them do we complete the puzzle. It's only one round, and there's a unique deck. So it's literally a puzzle. This battle will last only one round, yes. Boulder, boulder, boulder. Destroy all boulders, and that's all we have. Okay, that's alright. Some battles are subject to special rule sets, where strength alone is not enough to win. To be victorious, you must complete specific goals. On the exploration map, such battles are marked with a puzzle icon. In this particular puzzle battle, your goal is to destroy all the boulders before they reach Maeve's row. They're gonna...
crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your Grace, the wagon. We can use it as cover. Forward. We must move it forward.
Eh? Play wagon book on the melee row. So again, I'm just gonna be tutorialized to hell and back. I guess so.
What now?
If there's a bolter on the throne, Meve loses the battle. that's very descriptive. That's great.
You're far fewer than I presumed. Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip.
Playing Arbold isn't familiar, then I take the boulder closest to Meve.
Give me a target.
That's like what I would have done anyway, but sure. There he goes. What happens to him now? Oh, he becomes the spy card! The fucking eye icon, I love that. That is for a unit played or moved to the opposite side of the battlefield. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Well, I still have to destroy it though.
Arbalist to your command.
Right. I still need to do 10 points of damage total. I only got one herbalist left. There he is. So, okay, now it's gonna be 5.
I'm a
So, fuck off.
Use the wagon now!
And then I get to use this guy too. Buy this unit's armor. Ah! Ah! Wunderbar.
We've come through, Reynard. I thank you.
This is all glorious, but I really want to
The
finally...
temple collapsed. The buttress is doubtless damaged by something.
Or someone. There's naught we can do here. We ride on.
I really need to see how some of this stuff plays out outside of tutorial. Like... And I don't think I've seen any means to disable the tutorial either. Oh, never mind. Or like, you know, a potential repeated playthrough if you would be so inclined. Which I reckon is a easy possibility because I think this game is supposed to more or less be replayable. Right? It should have different endings and whatnot. Still dying.
A peasant cart, loaded with a heap of hay, came rattling down the road from the opposite direction.
Clear the road!
Bellowed Count Caldwell, standing in his stirrups.
Make way for your queen!
The peasants obediently turned their cart into the roadside nettles. As she passed, Meve glanced towards it and froze. Atop the hay bale lay a badly wounded man gripped by fever. The thick, sweet stench of rot wafted from his bandaged legs.
Gods. Who did this to him?
Meve asked.
Bandits?
Nay, milady,
Replied the cartman.
'twere a beast.
Now I've seen Geralt in the promo pictures and screenshots. So he'd better be in the game.
Out to the east, down Wetterton Way, lies a boneyard. Old as the elves, they say.
The peasant continued.
Clayton was setting snares round about there. Came running back to us, drenched in blood, rattling on about a long-haired wench come climbing out a grave. We's taken him to the good sisters of Melitele here on Bridge. Perhaps they can help him.
I'm certain they can. And will.
Replied the queen, though just looking at the wounded wretch, she knew he'd expire before nightfall.
God speed you on your journey.
The queen whistled, and her mare resumed its trot.
Shall I send for a witcher, your grace?
Caldwell asked.
One of those freaks should make short work of the monster.
Until we apprehend the bandits, I shan't allow a single soul to leave our company. Even on such an important mission as finding a witcher.
Meve replied.
Any who did would be captured at once. But, if fate brings us near Wetterton, perhaps we'll see to this monstrous harridan ourselves.
Your grace, we've only just fought beasts and scarcely escaped with our lives. This she-beast will take a silver sword. magic formulae.
Yet a dozen arbalists will have to suffice.
The Queen said, calmly but firmly.
And please, Caldwell, do stiffen your spine a bit. Now onward.
So what's with all the fucking contradictions, mate? If fate brings us near water, and perhaps we'll see to this monstrous horror than ourselves. 5 seconds later. A dozen arbalists will have to suffice. It's no longer a perhaps, it is a definite. And then, where was this thing? Your Grace, we've only just fought beasts and scarcely escaped with our lives. And yet, after the battle, they stood no chance. Here ends the main part of the tutorial. From now on, you're on your own. Good luck. Oh, for thank fuck. But what do you mean main part? What do you mean by that? Does it have sidebar? Yes, it will. Yeah. Say inconsistencies. Any sort of inconsistencies, whether it's related to story or it's related to gameplay, any sort of inconsistency. It's just
the folk beyond shite.
Insanely annoying to me. The older I get, the more annoying I find inconsistencies for some reason. I don't know why. I just do. Brilliant. But first, let me go check out that other message board. Who's this? That's another monster. Monster! Monster is coming! Ooh.
Kneel and pay homage to the gods. You shall be rewarded. Melitele watches over us all, yet you do well to remind her through supplication. There is ever time for prayer, even as war rages all around. Pleased to see ye yearn for the holy word, milady. I'll keep ye in my prayers to the Mother Goddess. Melitele watches over us all, yet you do well to remind her through supplication. There is ever time for prayer, even as war rages all around. Kneel and pay homage to the gods.
Here.
You shall be.
Battle. More puzzle. And... Still nothing way back there. Tingly. Went on here.
Traveling the high road, they heard the bells of a temple to Mother Melitele, situated at some distance. Meve turned towards Reynard.
What have we today? A sacred feast?
Not that I recall, Your Grace.
The Queen's brow darkened, her hands clenched into fists on her reins.
Then they sound the alarm. Follow me.
Stained glass shards glinted in the grass. Bits of down, ripped from quilts, wafted through the air. The priestesses, gathered in the yard, were seeing to wounded pilgrims, setting toppled, oft beheaded or armless statues back on their feet.
What happened here?
The strays of Spala fell upon us.
Sighed the prioress.
Stole the offerings, the monuments, holy books. My lady, I implore you, come to our aid, recover what's rightly ours.
Ever clever, Meve's scouts soon discovered the bandits' tracks. They led to some thick hazel groves east of the temple. The perfect place to hide, or to lie in ambush.
It's all come clear now. Sabotage. 'Twas the bandits who weakened the walls.
You have me in the small window. And you're gonna tell me that...
Wheel ruts. The strays, no doubt. They must be nearby.
Oh shit, how many monsters do we actually have in this thing? Hang on. Where exactly am I headed here? I don't wanna... I wanna head here to the next puzzle. That's what I wanna do. So back. And first, camp on this little bridge. True, true. Fair enough. I get it. I get it. I get it. You don't need to explain anything. What trinket? I still don't even know what trinkets mean. But whatever. I was gonna do something here, wasn't I? I think I was maybe gonna do this. And boy, am I so poor all of a sudden. Rushing trap. Spying, restrained. Upon deploy, it sets the power of each unit on that road to the average of all units' power. Then destroys itself. To the average of all units. What? When to the average of all units' power. And it's a spy card, so I put it on the enemy row. I'm just confused about that, to be fair. But I can craft it, and then maybe try it. But I'm kept out here, so that's not gonna work. Oh, there's also this one, hang on. Human. Field support. Restrained means okay, cannot target boss or whatever. Destroy the unit to the right and boost self by its power. If it's an artifact, boost self by current power instead. If you'll not be needing it, I'm willing to take it off your hands. This one's a bit more expensive, look at him go. I'm gonna boost my... But it destroys the unit though, so that's like... Oh man. Let me not create anything for the time being. I feel like that's gonna be fine. Anything new in the pub?
Yes, Your Grace?
No.
It's time I attended to other...
Yes. 2 completed puzzles? What was the other one? What? Okay. That's weird. Alrighty then. More wood and gold. More of everything, please. Thank you. Signpost. That's cool. A woman stands before me.
Your Majesty, turn back! There, something wicked lurks.
Go on.
The dead, as they rest, are disturbed. Something digs up their graves, opens their tombs.
Yes.
Your Majesty, turn back! There, something wicked lurks.
You can kind of see it. But I wouldn't be so scared, girl. It's gonna be fine. Have a little faith in me. Not that I would give you a whole lot of reason to give me any faith, but try. Alrighty. Okay, so what exactly... Is it actually a monster or is it just a sick old dude? My lady, a monster has defiled one of the tombs, laid waste to sacred graves. Bones litter the floor, and treasures enough to fill our coffers. A war is on, your grace. Surely, the dead have no need for it, right? What's dead is dead. Find a god or the riches. No further desecration shall befall this place. Leave the treasures, seal the tomb. I mean, the treasures are 150 crowns. Please. But perhaps I should have reserved doing that until dealing with this, because then the morale will go down automatically. Yeah. Let's go. Let's see what this is then. It was a rot fiend? Okay, dear 3D game artists, you did not do justice to Adrian's masterful illustration here, because that just looked human. That didn't look anything like this. This sacred cemetery had once been an oasis of peace, a place of prayer, reflection, and meditation. Alas, necrophages now scuttle among exhumed graves, and human bones litter its grounds. Sorry. Custom deck. Wait, so I've got my deck. Unique cards will appear. No, okay. The priestesses believed the beast's sudden appearance heralded some impending woe. Yet in what form? What fate awaited Lyria and its people? Start battle. The battle will last 1 round. Usual stuff. So this is what I have. Plus 2 cards in the deck for some reason. Weaken each enemy to 1 power. Okay. So Rot Fiends, they want a base copy of this. Well, that's not gonna be happening. I just have to weaken them. That's all I'm doing. They effectively don't do anything to me. No, actually, this is important right here. Trigger this ability when moved from the battlefield to the graveyard. Yeah, so I cannot. Well, that's okay, because I'm not killing either one of them, right? I'm only decreasing each and every one's power level to 1. What do I have? What's this? Deploy, spawn 2 light infantry on the right. Move to the other row. Damage a random enemy by 5. Oh. So I might have to kill my own cards. Add a card to the game and ability triggered manually by the player. Yeah, I get it. And then this decoy. That looks exactly like in the base game. Holy teats. That's cool. Return an ally from the battlefield to hand. And then I've just got these basic arbalists who literally just damage any one unit by the number of cards on that row. And then there's count. There's a copy of each adjacent unit from... Ah. Right, so I might have to think about this. Alright, let me just start here. Summon those 2.
Hungry like a wolf, I am.
And these guys can move to the other row, and upon dying, will damage random enemy by 5. What happens now? Oh, did I fuck that up? By passing? No. No, we're good. So how do I kill them exactly? Maybe I don't have to. That's 4. It's gonna be 5.
One bullet's all I need.
Yeah. Jesus. This is gonna be
Give me a
6. Now, I can only return one of them. Which isn't very nice. I think I've already fucked up, because, like... I'm pretty sure I already fucked up.
A lesson in humility coming now.
Do I have to attack?
Abalista, your command.
I can attack my own? I sure can. That might have to be a deliberate thing then. Huh. Oh! God, I'm stupid. Okay. Okay. I mean, this will clearly
Try to win them all, but you won't.
be slightly difficult. I need to restart. I've already fucked up. That much is beyond dispute. Yeah. How do I do that? Buffet. Yes. Yes. Load last, or just restart. Restart. Yeah, I'm done. Fuck. I love it when games make me feel real stupid. I think I have to incorporate killing them off instead. Somehow. I think that's the answer. I think that's the actual answer here. I can use the last one, right? And then bring them back to kill those off. But that's still just 2 though. So I might be fucked all the same. God damn it. Well, let's bring it in, see what happens. Because I do not have enough of a foresight, I think, to really get this done. What I did, I think was okay. I just need to change the order. I only get 1 card for this bloke. I need to remember that. So far, I'm not remembering jack shit, really. Yeah, I really have nowhere near enough foresight for this. This is next level stuff for me. And now I did the remarkably stupid thing where once again I no longer can attack, so yeah. I don't think I needed to visualize that necessarily. Jesus. H Christ. Take the wheel, baby, because this shit's a lot harder than I expected. For me. Obviously I'm not saying this will be super hard for everyone, but I mean this is just not something that I would be good at. Like, give me more mechanical puzzles, give me, you know, more brain twisty puzzles, but this is fucking, man, future predicting, foresight, fucking seeing 20 turns ahead. I tried to really simplify it, but that's clearly not gonna work here. But that's stupid, because he will destroy a random card, so that's not reliable, so my idea here is it's gone. I feel so fucking stupid. I mean, this is the 2nd puzzle I'm seeing. The 1st I'm seeing without a tutorial. And I'm already feeling like, what the fuck, man? Am I overthinking it? Or is it actually stupidly hard? I'm just gonna sit here now, watch it, and try and figure it out, man, because I don't know what else to do here. I am not moving on until I get through this fucking puzzle, that's for sure. That in again. That's for sure.
All, but you won't.
Bring that back in. Then move it back in.
Can't take any more.
Right, so that's 5. And move him in. Just so that I have a 7.
A lesson in humility coming now.
Right off the bat. Right? But then I move him in.
Give me a time.
Take him. It's... oh my god. Are you seeing what I'm fucking seeing here? I was overthinking it. Holy shit. Holy fucking tits on a shit. Why was I overthinking it? Why was I overthinking? Oh my god. That was so simple. I gotta keep my brain in a very special place for this to work out for me. Holy damn. What I do appreciate though about this is that it's one of those... that's all? That's all I get? Christ. What I definitely appreciate about it though is the simple fact that you know, it's one of those puzzles where you can actually just get lost in overthinking, and then you finally get the solution. You finally get the solution, and it just clicks, and you realize how simple it actually was and how stupid you actually were. I like that. I like that in a puzzle. Marek, it's not as complex as in the base game. Well, you have to understand. So far, at least if you're basing this off of my stream, so far you've seen tutorials, and this was literally the first game of cars that was outside a tutorial and was a puzzle one. So it had a very specific goal that I had to achieve, and a specific set of cards. But when it comes to actual battles, which I'm sure we will get to soon enough, it will still be it will be both simpler and more complex than the base Witcher game. Simply because of the different cards that this game does have that the base Witcher game doesn't have. And of course also...
Your Majesty, you return! Our prayers have been answered! May the Mother Goddess watch over you.
Of course the simplification coming from the fact that you don't have different... Jesus Christ... decks to worry about and build, etc, 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 but...
Your Majesty, you return! Our prayers have been answered.
Yes?
Your Majesty!
Okay. I was naively believing and hoping that she would have more to say than that, but it's cool. So what's behind the cemetery? A chest. Congrats. You can use... fail to unlock trinkets. Please try. Also, trinkets is an online-only thing. Right. You can use this avatar border in the Gwent multiplayer card game. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And it, pray tell, is that well, I'm gonna find out once I'm in camp again. Which is cool, because I can go to camp at any moment in time. That is the 2 out of 10 golden chests. I am deliberately playing offline, and they still integrate online exclusive shit into my, what I was hoping to be, single player experience. Giving me, in one golden chest, of which there are 10 apparently in the game, an avatar I can use in the online Gwent game, and calling it an epic loot. That, wow, that is remarkable. That is a serious, serious gut punch. Holy, holy. How do you sleep at night, people, whoever made this call? Didn't I walk through there and there's loot that I missed? Or it's a new loot from the, you know, Message board? It's a possibility. Anywho, this... I suppose this is the battle with the monster that I started seeing. But I want to check here first, so let me try the fast travel thing now. How exactly that works. It's instantaneous, pretty much. Cool. That's all I wanted, all I needed. Time heals all wounds, they say. That memories fade, that the nightmares would end, and my pain would cease. Yet 8 years have passed since I left the world behind. Naught but prayer, confession, and reflection. I wonder still how my life might have been different had I refused that last mug of ale, had I noticed the child, had I pulled back on the reins more quickly. I prayed for forgiveness once. Now I pray only for an end. May it come swiftly. That is dark. What does the key unlock? That's all I think about now. I'm thinking about my loot. As if it could be anything other than gold or wood. Ah, there we are. Decent. My goodness, fingers are getting a bit, you know, unappealing, so to speak. That looks like a bandit camp. That looks like a straight up bandit camp, honey. It probably is. Well, let's tackle a fight then.
The bandits had pitched camp in a nearby wood. Spirits buoyed by the wine they'd stolen from the cloister cellar, the brigands had not posted sentries.
Another round! To the sisters!
Neve's soldiers were eager, insistent. The desecrators would be punished. Yet only the queen could order the assault.
Order your force to attack the bandits. I see. Let's.
High time we put these strays on a leash.
Spat the queen, spurring her horse.
To arms! Follow me!
Tankards clattered to the ground as the strays reached for their weapons. The brigands would not even fathom giving up without a fight.
Duh. Had the brigands chosen to hide in dense forest to station a guard, this battle might never have come to pass, and they might have slipped away with their prize. Alas, they were drunk in victory and confidence. Or perhaps the gods, thirsty for vengeance on the blasphemous, had dulled their vigilance. Oh shit, hello, special rule. Prevent free gold wagons from escaping. And it's a shortened battle. Again, so it's not... But I have my own deck now. It's just one round. At the beginning of a round, you can redraw up to 6 cards. Get rid of the cards from your hand that you don't wish to play. Up to 6, that's generous. Alright, so I should primarily focus on destructive power, I'm thinking, rather than boosters. What's this? Play the top blitz unit from your deck. Top blitz? What does blitz mean? There's the Wagenburger, of course. Wagenburger. Oh, man. There's, of course, also... I definitely want the tonic. I don't think I need 3 of these, necessarily. Damage unit by the number of cards in this row. Yes, I got 3 of those. So that should be reasonably sufficient, I think. A light spawn 2 light infantry on the right, and that's all. Oh yeah, and they damage random enemy by 5 upon dying, and then I've got MPH. Well, let me see what Oh no. Okay. Let's just go. Are you sure you don't want to redraw any more cards? You can still redraw 4. Oh, cool.
Surround them.
So hang on. Prevent 3 gold wagons from escaping. How exactly is that going to come into play? Are they going to start drawing gold wagon cards that will just automatically move each turn? I'm nervous about this shit. Alright, I do still need to win on power as well, I figure. And I also have the trophy card still. When Meave uses her ability, reduce her cooldown by 1. You know what, yes. Well, let's begin by these, why not?
Got any medals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
What you gonna do? That's the wagon, presumably.
What you looking at?
Excuse me? Damage a unit by 5. If it's on a row with fire, it'll damage all units on it by 5. On a row with fire, so fire is presumably another possible row effect, yeah? After 2 turns, on turn start, escape. It escapes so quickly, and it's got 9 armor. What? What? And I'm supposed to stop 3 of them. Well. Honey, what are you doing again? 1 charge to units with depleted order. Oh, that's right. That's all he does. Maybe not all, but I'd better start attacking, mate, because I don't know how many fucking cards he has. Let me put one of these in there.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
And yeah. I'm gonna use my ability on him immediately. Just to keep me alive for a bit.
See if he's hid any coin in his pockets. Or his own.
Force Thief. Mark a unit after 3 turns. On turn start, switch its power with this unit's power. Excuse me? These cards, dude. Where are... Wow. Alright, time to start damaging. I am fucking stupid. I should have started putting them here, because I cannot reach the fucking wagon. I can't reach it with anything. Yeah, forfeit. Start over. Start over, my friends. Oh, and I get a different draw this time around. Holy... Actually, you know what? I don't think I can do this right now. I really don't. Not with this deck. I think I need better cards. I think I need better ways to deal damage. Because how the hell am I gonna kill the first horse otherwise? With what I have. Very little. So this is gonna just stay here for the time being. As I casually rob away the rest of them. Where am I approaching exactly? Back here. Oh, I'm gonna get to the monster this way. I'm gonna try the monster. If I'm gonna be too weak for the monster as well, I'm probably gonna get a little bit pissed. Your Majesty, the Strays of Spala slaughtered the entire village. Witnesses claim Fogg had refused the brigands' aid. Have we the coin to give these poor souls a proper burial? Of course we do. We'll honor local custom and send them to the afterlife. Keep the morale high, as if that was any help. Any real help. Not exactly the tight turner that I might hope it to be. No wood? Why don't you give me any wood? I want wood. You know I care about wood, do I? Yeah, okay. Alright, monster. Let's tackle you. And I should have the first attack, right? Is it not curious how priestesses are earnestly implore others to put their faith in the goddess's protection, yet surround themselves with walls, 9 feet tall, nearly 3 thick, made of solid stone? A better guarantee of safety than even the most fervent of prayers, no doubt. Given the area in which they chose to erect their temple, this was probably for the best. Okay, same thing again. Screw this, screw the medic. Screw this, that's really quite pointless. I'm playing on score, but I don't think I'm gonna need more than one of them. Sure. Yeah, why not? And also, this is kind of pointless. Well done me. Aren't I lucky? Okay, so what exactly am I dealing with here? I just have the card, okay? So it's a forktail, and it's rapid. Has got permanent resilience, and after 4 turns, on turn start, it will consume the lowest units. That's useful, actually. We can, you know, summon all the level 2 dudes. And if it consumes all of them, then that's gonna deal a whole lot of damage to them. Not him, personally, because he's got resilience, obviously, but yeah. It'll boost by its power, but whatever. Wait, what? In the graveyard, in the cave. It also consumes whatever is still in the deck. That is very interesting. Okay, honey, whatever you say, I will open with that then.
Can't take it anymore.
Alright. That's a harpy. On this turn's end, spawn 1 harpy egg. That was what just happened. And if we destroy the egg, it'll spawn another harpy, which will then spawn another egg. Oh, that's great. Status that removes the unit from the game after it moves to the graveyard. On this turn's end, spawn 1 harpy egg. Yes, yes. So maybe we can try to keep the eggs alive, actually. Except, that's the same power, so the forktail will presumably consume all of that. So this might get a little crazy. Just a little bit, but like enough.
Aye.
Enough for comfort. Oh, slicers. Every turn, on start, it'll increase the counter by 1 and damage a random enemy by 2. Multiply this unit's counter by 3. Wait. Upon dying, it'll multiply this unit's counter by 3 and damage a unit by that amount. Multiply this unit's counter by 3 and damage by that. What? How am I supposed to understand this? Will it damage me or an enemy? What the fuck is gonna happen here? Counter by 3 and damage a unit by that amount. Any unit. I guess we'll see. Jesus bloody Christ. But if I don't kill it, it'll just keep growing every single turn in power, I'm supposing. Or not. And randomly, it'll keep hurting me randomly. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fabulous. I love it. Well, let me just go right in and protect my boy right here. Yeah. And so he starts. That's another egg, along with another harpy. That's all good. That's all good, girl. Like, okay, so what exactly is happening in 2 turns now? Guess we'll see in due time, huh? There's nothing there that I necessarily want to kill right now. So yeah, let's keep pumping these guys out instead. Excuse me? Well, my brain just went full. Wait, what? Because... What? Alright, I can review what just happened, yes? On distance hand. I guess I can. So what the hell is the point of this? What the fuck do I do now? 6, 6. We're in the same boat right now. Oh dear lord. I mean, god damn. God damn. This is scary shit. I don't know what I'm doing even at this point, like, I... kind of placing cards a bit randomly. There's the Devour. Hang on, wait, what There's multiple Fork Tails? Lowest allies. This one consumes all the lowest units. I still get that right, yeah? Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna try and keep my power up and fucking hope for a miracle. Both of these will stay at the end of this, by the way. Meanwhile, I will just keep my stupid banner. And I've got all of these, and not a whole lot to really do about it. Right? I can kill one of them. I mean, just for the fun of it, I guess. And another egg shall be spawned. Or not? Wait, what? No, spawn a harpy? Yeah! Where's the egg? Do I have to end the turn for it to happen? And this, my friends, is that glorious moment where I realize I actually don't understand the game at all. Because I have absolutely no idea what was just happening there. He devoured all of those, and it brought in new eggs. I get that. But I don't get the... There's a lot I don't understand. Let's just leave it there. Put him in, why don't you?
Keep calm, Tiberius.
And I think it does actually maybe summon those eggs after the turn or some such. For reasons unbeknownst to me. And this is where... bloody griffin shows up. Move a random enemy to the row opposite this unit and damage all enemies on it by 1. Yeah, okay. That's fair enough. And that's a 6 griffin, so we can kill him. So we can kill something.
Give me a time.
And we can keep bumping up the power. I don't know if that's a good idea, but no. I feel like maybe it would have been smarter to keep one of them for later. Although I still have some in the deck, right? I think. At this point, I don't even remember if this is also a shortened battle or a regular one. He's run out, though. No, he doesn't. I'm stupid. Never mind. Never mind anything that I say ever again. Alright, let's place one right here. Just to keep things a little tighter. Oh, he passed. I didn't have to do that. Fuck my life. Okay, it's not shortened. No. Here comes the fun, yeah? 6 more cards we're getting. Oh, so the other 4 creatures did leave. Cool, okay. 4 cards. My bad. He's got more cards now. Stupid old me, and this is what I get too. Awesome. My dearest, my game dearest, you are doing things for me that have never been done for me, ever. Okay.
Again and again and again.
I think I have no way. I don't think I have a chance of winning this. Which is a disheartening feeling, make no mistake. Because I have just one more chance to damage anything, and that's gonna be -4. Meanwhile, he's another slice it, okay. More eggs all over the table, of course. I'm pretty sure I'm done. Yeah.
I'm a monster.
Oh yeah, and then there's this thing also. Because why not? Oh yeah, and I'm officially done. I have to pass now. Great. This is not gonna be one. Dude, no. No. Also, wait, that was just the second round, of course. We're still playing, bitch. We are still playing. Oh, man. Yes, we're still playing, but let's play a random ally, yeah? Exactly who I wanted. How'd you know? He's weakened. That's cool. Asshole. Yeah, and this business. This is not gonna go well. I'm not gonna win. Last card, bitch. Yikes. Okay.
Army's a waste of time for one like
It's a tie, but I get the damage. And I win. Fucking sweet ass candy. Oh my. Okay, but in all honesty, considering the costs of stuff in the camp and the average length of one game, I do feel severely under-rewarded. But then again, that was an issue in the base Witcher 3 game as well, I guess. Fortune smiles upon us. Those priestesses bought my story, blubbering and all. They accepted me as a pupil, but getting my hands on the cellar key was the tricky part. Still, I've gotten it now too. They have riches stacked to the ceiling. Gods be praised indeed. Wait for me tomorrow night, at the foot of the embankment at the south wall. I'll carry what I can manage. P.S. Keep an eye out. Probably just a wife's tale, but I got a word some sort of nastiness has taken root in the wood. Yeah, no doubt. Ah, yeah. Is that it though? Is that all? No. That was supposed to be a cellar key. So there's has to be some sort of cellar somewhere here. Alright. We can find it, maybe. Maybe it's this little building right here. I mean, you never know. Or not.
There is ever time for prayer, even as war rages all
Yes,
around.
yes, yes. Hmm.
The good mother warned us. Hard times lie ahead.
Or is that the cellar? Is it an outdoor cellar? This is strange. You're being strange, game, I'm just saying. Unless it's further down here. Maybe. Maybe, baby, another monster down there. A little goat. Does the check mark mean that I've used the key already? Who's to say? Who's to say? Anywho, let me go grab the loot right here. In just about 2.5 hours at this pace. Oh, I missed it already. Wow, that the world map is so. Are you gonna tell me it's the wood? That was the loot. That was the loot worthy of, like, separately planting it on the world map. Oh, okay. Perfect. I'm assuming this is just inaccessible and will not be accessible, probably ever. So, yeah. Tough deal. Okay. We're going to the left of those 2 points of interest. interests, points of interest, yeah. Because, like, I'd like to take a little breather from Gwent for a second, if possible.
Off to Witterton, are ye? Bonnie tune that. Just the folk will be on shite.
Okay, that's a cave. My lady, the locals claim a treasure is hidden within the cave. We can send a small detachment to learn what truth there is to the rumor. I must admit, at first glance it appears rather treacherous. I cannot guarantee everyone will return in one piece, if at all. This rumor, we shall put it to the test. Have the men draw lots. See who among them shall go. 200 crowns for 2 heads. I don't know. Let's... That was one of them. And there's another one inside of this little thingy place. Thingy. Ooh, it's a water hack. Or just a hack, but a hack nonetheless. Honey, I do not want to fight right now. Can you respect that? What about this point of interest? This looks like a conflict we might resolve peacefully, without cards.
As they neared Wetterton, the Queen ordered her company to halt. She then sent men to the town for supplies. Those sent returned more quickly than she'd assumed they would, their satchels empty, their mounts foaming at the mouth.
Your Majesty, the townsfolk have gone right mad. Herded all the elves and dwarves at Market Square. 'Tis a slaughter.
The Queen knew well that if she failed to intervene, the town's streets would flow with non-human blood. Just as she knew her meager force might not subdue an enraged crowd.
Oh, indeed. Intervene and defend the non-human. Move on without entering Witteran. I am intervening.
What is your command, your grace?
Reynard's question pierced the silence.
What can it be, dear friend?
Answered the Queen, then spurred her mount and rode off towards the town. Her troops followed, running as fast as their legs would carry them. When they passed inside the town gate, they saw corpses lining the gutters. Meve realized she had arrived too late to prevent a tragedy. The crowd was drunk on blood. Its rage would need to be quelled with an iron fist.
Nah. Nuh-uh. Oh, okay. No peace for the weary. Oh, it's a puzzle one. Alright. Unfortunately, this was not Lyria's first pogrom, nor its last. Although the wars between humans and the elder races had ended decades past, elves and dwarves were still painfully aware how quickly rumor can turn to hatred. It does not take long before pitchforks and flails are taken to the streets, and the cobblestones are stained crimson with blood. Eliminate all foes in a single round with a custom deck. That's gonna be tits. Alright, let's try to adjust my brain so that I don't overthink and get trapped in that sort of loop again.
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones.
Oh my. Who's this? Angry mob, okay. Oh my god, check this woman back here! That is fabulous. That looks like she's holding a bloody umbrella. Before umbrellas became a thing. And her face, it's not... Oh, this is just precious. That's not angry, that's just precious, man. This guy also doesn't necessarily look angry, but his fist is definitely making up for that with its size. But anyways, what do I have? I've got my good old friend Neil Patrick Harris. I've got Wegenberger. And then I've got this thing. I think I need to start... Wait, what are you gonna do again? Set this unit's power equal to the number of angry mobs on this road. Are they gonna keep adding and increasing the power? Because that's gonna be mental.
Reynard, who started this? I must know.
No response? Okay.
So much hatred.
Oh,
Stop to it.
I get it now. I most certainly do. basically, they will keep it up until
Can't take it anymore.
you know how it is. I don't wanna. At this point, attacking would be pointless, so I won't. But like, putting this guy down there would be also bad. I wonder if I can stack the armor just by moving these around, because that would be kind of cool. Let's be quite honest. That would be kind of badass. See, I have nobody to deplete.
We must strike the largest clusters. Disperse them up.
Yes, you can do that. That is amazing. What's worse, however, is the fact, like, I've run out of options here, and that is bad. Unless I can do that like in between immediately, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah, no. All I can do is pass. Oh, I get it. Finally, I'm starting to understand some things about the game and its parts. Right, I'm gonna take a quick whiz break. I'm gonna think on it as I do. Be back in a sec. Okay. So, there is no denying that I need to start with that.
Reynard, who started this?
None,
I must
right?
know. So much hatred. We must put a stop to it.
Yes. Then makes no sense not to put it here. Oh, show the turn, and then my Twitch machine gets unplugged as always. Then I might want to move both of these down. Yes. And use that thing. And finally move MPH back on that. Move these back in. And there it is. Simple. Ever so simple. I just... yeah.
Happily, Niamh restored order without suffering any losses. Reynard then learned that a nobleman's ire had triggered the violence, ire at having discovered a theft.
Suspicion fell on the non-humans he employed. He accused them, they protested, and the row soon engulfed the town. But there's something else, Your Grace.
Reynard gestured towards an aged man who stood grieving, his face in his hands.
I've witnesses who claim the strays of Sparla are the thieves.
Though the tragedy seemed the result of a misunderstanding, justice would have to be served. Those responsible for the slaughter would need to be punished. The question was, how severely?
Let's whip them.
You are guilty. That can't be denied.
Said the Queen, turning towards the bloody rioting's instigators.
A false rumor you took, and turned into a cruel lynch. Thus punishment is your lot. A public lashing, fines, imprisonment. But you shall keep your lives, for enough blood has been spilt here this day.
Well, let's hope it's not gonna be 15 lashes.
Wetterton's inhabitants breathed a sigh of relief. But the non-human survivors took offense at the lenient sentence.
Lenient
Soon
sentence?
after, the Lyrian army's elves and dwarves quietly disappeared, deserted. Few doubted the reason. They would not risk their necks for a queen who held their lives in such low regard.
You guys, I wasn't holding your lives in a low regard. But it's like... Don't fight fire with more fire, right? Screw them, man. Who needs them?
They should have stayed put neath their mount. We'd not have had no problem then. They should have stayed put neath their mount. We'd not have had no problem.
Yeah. That's it. What is actually new? I feel like nothing is new. Yeah. Actually, I'm fairly positive that nothing's new. Well, that's fine. Okay. So, this was nice. This was really nice. This was very welcoming. I'd like to thank everyone involved for making us feel so welcome and nice and everything. There are all a chance I could get down here. Probably not, because it leads nowhere, so you can forget that. Stick to the main roads. Don't get hasty. I know, okay. Alright, one more loot. One more puzzle. Then straight down to the main quest, hopefully, and that's where we shall cut the stream, and I shall share my impressions, as it were. I am not at all confident that I will feel like streaming. Wait, was that it already? Again. Dude, this map, this ratio, it's fucking with me real bad. Real bad. Yeah. I'm not at all confident that I will be streaming the entirety of the game. Because I feel like it's a puzzle fight with monsters. Alright. I can already tell it's gonna be hella long. But the length will stem almost exclusively from the Gwent games, obviously. And from the bloody movement speed on the map. Maeve stood on the banks of Badger Run, a modest river with a strong current and dark reputation. Fishing boats overturned, clothes ripped from the hands of washerwives, children playing on the bank swept away in a flash. The locals have long suspected that something malicious resides underneath those raging waters. These are supposed to be drowners, right? This looks bizarre. What is... Maybe that's the intent. Yeah, eliminate all drowners. Don't let any allies die. It takes just 1 damage to turn an event, to turn an even into an odd. I'm getting hints now? Well, is there a card that, like, eliminates all odd numbered enemies or some such? Four, and I have... Oh, crashing trap. Set the trap of each unit on this row to the average of all units' power, then destroy self. But I can't use that. It is a spying card, but I can't put it there. Why not? Oh, I can, I'm just stupid. Let's try. Yeah, that's stupid because yeah. Zippity back. I actually managed, in that short window of time, I managed to forget the keyword average. Silly old me. Alright, Wiggenberg. And then this, and then that, and then 1 attacker. And I'm supposed to eliminate them all, don't let anyone die. Meanwhile, they, every single turn, if this unit's power is even, switch rows and damage all units on the opposite row by 2. Ah. Oh, that's why. Okay, I can see the hint now. Every turn, if this unit's power is even, switch rows and damage all units on the opposite row. So what I essentially want to do here is I am such a forgetful idiot, like you wouldn't believe. Honestly, how can I so quickly and easily forget something that I've been already like using quite extensively? It takes a special talent, honestly. It takes a very special kind of talent. You have no idea. And I continue to miss my chance to, like, get a read on the thing. Just great. So, what was it that I did that I fucked up? Does anyone remember? Because I don't. Yeah, I think I took him home at this point. He went back. Okay. Now he's gonna go back here, so this is where I put this down. He goes back. And I don't move it to the wrong row for a change.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
And done. Christ almighty. If I were to put into words just how stupid I feel right now, I don't think I could. Not accurately enough. Son, damned collectors stuffed by hogs burn again. And once again we survive by the skin of our teeth, so our beloved queen can import yet another Zarakian rock. Devil's Taker, I say. Gather anything of worth in the cottage and wrap it in greased sheepskin. Wrap it in greased sheep. Oh my god. Has anyone proofread this? That's a legit question at this point. Take it to the field and among the sheavers bury it. These cursed collectors will just have make do with what pittance we give them. That's true. Okay, another treasure. So this treasure is in a field of some description. Could be here, or it could be there. Could be anywhere. Not anywhere, no. It shouldn't be at all difficult to find it though. Probably right here somewhere. Between the two. Yeah. Failed to unlock car, please try while when logged in online. You've discovered a card that can be used in the Gwent multiplayer game. So I'm literally... The golden chests have absolutely no use in the single player game. Is that... Am I getting that correctly? I feel like I am. And I am very deterred by it. Make no mistake.
Those bandits, dressed as demons they was. Horns on their heads and pig snouts instead of noses. Beware, some bandits on thy road round on. Those that call themselves the Strays. Those bandits, dressed as demons they was.
Yep.
Horns on their heads.
I don't know why, but I was kind of hopeful you would have more to say than that. Which is a frequent mistake I make. A mistake of judgment. How the hell do I get back there? Is there another... Is that another... Or are they still recovering from the last one? Your Grace, a traveling merchant has stopped in the village. He's invited you to have a look at his wares, for which he has promised modest prices. I have no desire to buy, but have something to sell. No way. Just wood, yeah. This is... wow, this is just... it feels... I have a golden chest down there. How am I gonna get there? Oh, that's helpful. That's real helpful, man. There's the loot. How does oh, do I have to walk? Okay. Gotcha. I'm having very, very mixed feelings about the game overall. Overall, it's striking me as some really questionable design. Okay, new puzzle, new point of interest. Milady, the march has taken its toll on the men. A brief sojourn at this inn would do them good. Nothing improves morale quite like live music and a frosty mug of Vizman champion. A sound idea. Tell the innkeeper to ready his finest ale and fare. Stop at the march for ale. I'm leading the army, not a hunting party. Forward. March! My morale is good, so let me just, again, if I can, save this for later. When I might actually have use for it.
Off to the nuptials, ma'am. Or to cross this bridge here, then ride on straight as piss. An arrow. I'm bringing honey for the groom and his lovely bride. May their new life prove at least as sweet. Dance till we die, or the sun lights the sky. Dance till we die, or the sun lights the sky. Dance till we die, or the sun lights the sky. Dance till we die, or the sun lights the sky.
Yes, indeed.
Smoke bites at my eyes. Strays have set something else ablaze, I wager. The Queen rides hither. The Queen. She'll smite the bandits, save us one and all. The Queen rides hither. The Queen. She'll smite the bandits.
Oh, with this nonsense again. And a golden chest to the left. I don't even know why I'm going after it. Because it's gonna be online only. Wow. I mean... with all due respect, that's probably... oh man. That's probably the biggest gripe I might have with the game. The fact that the golden chests, as it were, hold absolutely nothing of value for anyone only looking to... oh, I don't have a key, okay. Puzzle with cows? I don't want to be here, do I? Not quite yet. Now, let's go after the quest. No value whatsoever for those not interested in the multiplayer component. Like, I can understand why they chose to do it anyway.
You spy that column of smoke? Gods damn it! Make haste!
Are we going?
As the
No.
Clayton estate appeared from behind a tree line, the Queen and all in her retinue knew at once they had arrived too late. A veritable swarm of bandits milled about the yard.
Who have we here? I'll take a gander, lads. The Queen herself has deigned to come and see us.
See you, then kill you.
The strays of Sparla? 'Tis you who lead them. 'Tis you they call the Duke of Dogs.
Aye, 'tis I they dub so, and in other pleasant ways. Prince of Pariahs, Thane of Thieves, Baron of Brigands, and Marquess of Mendacity.
Colourful titles all, yet you omit one. Common cutthroat!
I beg your pardon and cry foul. I am anything but common.
You needn't get excited, Caldwell. Where is Lord Clayton?
Sadly, my lord's no longer with us. Turned us away, you see. Denied us hospitality. A sacred right, after all. Angered the gods mightily, I expect, as he promptly met a tragic end. Fell in the well and broke his neck.
I've heard enough. To arms! Attack!
Fantastic. Story battle, special rules, shortened battle. But my deck. Eliminate Gascon, Duke of Dogs. That's an optional one, okay. Surround Gascon with powerful units. Surround him. These soldiers were seasoned warriors. They had served in many campaigns, fought on many fronts. Still, the streets of Spala caused them great unease. The brigands, howling like wild dogs, did not fight with ordinary sword nor spear, but with executioner's axes, bolts with rusty nails, and instruments of torture, their faces concealed behind ghastly prison masks. So this is effectively a boss fight, yeah? A single round boss fight. At the beginning of a round, you can redraw. Yeah, I know that already. I know that already. Please don't. Please don't do this to me, game. You know exactly what I want. You know what I need. That was not what I needed. Before turn start, if the sum of adjacent units' power is higher than self, damage self by 3. Every turn on turn start. Move to a random position and damage adjacent units by 2. Cannot be targeted. Aim, okay. Mark a unit every turn on turn start, damage it by 1. When the marked unit is destroyed, mark another random enemy. So right now, there is no mark, yes? But don't fuck with me, game.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Oh yeah, he moves around. I see how that is now. And yeah, now I'm targeted, because of course I am. That's fair.
Again and again and again.
Maybe that's what I should have opened with. Just for
This could hurt.
Stand back! 'Tis some alchemical concoction!
Okay, now that's what the row on fire looks like, no doubt.
My spirit's willing and how, but
Ah!
It is my intention to complete the optional dead row of fire, yes. Every turn, on turn start, there is a 33% chance of damaging all units on the row by 2. Jesus, take the wheel. That's a lot. Like, I can't help but feel that that's a goddamn lot.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
This is working out fine. What exactly? What? After 2 turns, on turn start, boost itself by the power of the unit on the right. Then, move to the opponent. Ah, what an asshole. I see what he's doing. God damn, ain't he a clever butt. Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, okay. War wagon time, I suppose.
Can't take it anymore.
So that we get some damage in too, as they die. And I hope they will for a change. this is still gonna work out. Yes. Well, isn't he a lovely little doggy? Why couldn't I have... Jesus, It says it's random. Fuck. Well... He did it. It says it's random, but it feels like it always goes after whatever is high, so that I don't actually remove a card. Not that that would really do much of anything, but you know, I mean, it would still be nice. I can't attack it. Yeah. I cannot attack it, it's a thing. It's fine, as it is. But it's a thing. He's almost done. Wowzers. Nicely done. That trap fucked me right up, Brent. Wow, okay. Time for some attacks, yes? First and foremost of all, I mean, I'm not gonna really take down any of those, obviously, but that's fine. Let's just remove these, just for the fun of it.
Well, well, my congratulations.
You're dead, aren't you? Bye. Wasn't expecting it to actually end right then and there, but it is what it is.
Well played. I can't say the same for you, I fear. You'd have done better to die in battle. Bound for Lyria now, where the hangman will have his way with you.
Splendid! I've ever wished to see the capital.
Quite certain of yourself, you seem.
Many afore you have braided nooses for me, your grace. Yet as you see, my neck's straight as a pike.
My threats are never hollow. And if it's an escape you weigh, well, we've yet to see any man abscond from the dungeons of Lyria Castle.
I'd hope so. For to be known as second just wouldn't be worth the trouble.
Ugh. Take him away.
As soldiers placed the Duke of Dogs in shackles, there was a sudden commotion. A messenger rushed in, sweaty, gasping for air, smelling of smoke and blood. His gaze spoke terror.
Your Majesty, Graces, Nilfgaard's crossed the Yaruga. Black-clad hordes. Villages burn. Folk lie murdered.
Nilfgaard, gods help us.
Does Caldwell do anything other than moan and whine and just exude depressive negativism?
They march for Dravagrad. Prince Willem, he can't hope to arrive in time with aid. Help us. You must.
Dravagrad. Blast it all. Listen close, soldier. You're to take a fresh mount, ride hard back to your commander and say the Queen comes to repel the foe.
Your Grace, begging your pardon, our force. We are many. Let's send for reinforcements first, elsewise...
Reynard, I've seen Nilfgaard's trebuchets at work. Should we delay until we're stronger, they'll leave no stone standing in Dravagrad. We must ride for the town at once.
As her men prepared to march, Neve climbed the manor's tower. Smoke rose in columns in the distance. As more black pillars appeared one after the other, she knew they meant another home, another barn, another mill was in flames. Tears welled in her eyes, yet they were tears of anger.
Bastards. If it's war they seek, it's war I shall bring them. Reynard, prepare to ride.
This guy has been added to your army and can be found in the command tent. Alright then, so in the command tent you can change her equipped weapon, thus changing her ability. To do this, select move in the upper left corner of the panel. Oh, okay, I'll do that. All in good time. Okay. Now, let me head back to the main menu and make sure, doubly sure, triple sure, that there actually is no way to set this thing up as I want. General. And that's it, isn't it? So yeah, there's actually no way. I was not incorrect. Oh, balls. Well, that's too bad. I don't think I'll be streaming the entire game. I don't really... Doesn't really feel like a particularly streamable game, to be fair. I mean, what with the majority of time being spent on cards, and perhaps too much of a time being spent on cards. Like, I have streamed for nearly 4 hours now, and I feel like I've done fuck all, to be quite honest. Oh man, but I primarily do take issues with many things here, and yeah, so let me update the score here, and at least give you the first impression after 4-hour review on the scores. Well, presumably it'll change around, but I don't think it's gonna change a whole lot in terms of gameplay, completely honest. And indeed, the gameplay is what I take most issues with. Right. Okay. Let me also preface this by saying the alarming lack of proofreading that clearly had to be done, or indeed wasn't done, is, well, alarming. I don't get it. I have never seen this many errors and typos. Well, not really typos, but errors, like missing words, ever in my life. And if this is somehow Old English, or if this is somehow stylistically deliberate, please tell me, so that I can stop hating on it. But if it's not, well, if it's not, then Jesus Christ, somebody was really lazy. And if it is a deliberate stylistic choice, then let me just express my disagreement with that choice and my mere expression of how sad it makes me feel. Yeah. Oh well, alright, let me clarify my points here. So the first 2 minus points for gameplay were... movement speed on a map, and controls on a map. And then the story plus was the writing. Ooh, aside from this technical issue. Or actually, it wasn't the writing necessarily as much as the voice acting. The voice acting, yeah, I mean, that much is beyond dispute. The voice acting is obviously great. I will add another plus to the story right here and right now for the presentation. The game basically looks and moves, and when you're just watching the story, feels like what a really good visual novel would look like and feel like. A high budget visual novel would look like and feel. So, from the art direction to the, again, the very unique facial animations I frankly have never seen before anywhere. It's all one big plus. All, you know, under this umbrella of presentation. It's all in there. Technically, voice acting also falls into presentation, but I'm gonna keep that separate. Obviously can't talk about the plot itself or the characters themselves in a big way, except Neil Patrick Harris, that's a bae. But yeah. That's that. Gameplay plus. Gwent puzzles. I really dig those. I really do. I mean, Gwent itself in general, it's, you know, fast-paced and neat and polished and sweet, so that's all good. However, gameplay minus, deck management, user interface is a minus to me. I find it incredibly messy. Another gameplay minus will be the incredibly heavy-handed tutorialization, which lasted what, 2 full hours? Yeah, and that's kind of all there is to it, isn't it? There's nothing I would necessarily put the story minus. Perhaps with the exception of music. But I don't feel strongly negatively about the music to actually make that in mind. So let me leave that as it is. So let's see, that's 2 pluses to story, 2 pluses to gameplay, and 1, 2, 3, 4 minuses to gameplay. Yeah. So 2, 4, 2. Done that. And there it is, folks. That is my first impression score after the first 4 hours of the game. Just shy of full 4 hours. And of course I took a little break there in the middle, but you know how it is. You know how it is. Of course, half of this playtime being about... Oh, I forgot. I so forgot. Man, no. Review -5. Because the golden chests being entirely about the online component is superbly rubbish. Superbly so. Okay, so that is the state as of right now. Now, admittedly, I wasn't really expecting to be blown away by the gameplay overall or by the game design overall. Like, I knew you would run around a map, collect some basic loot, but basically really just focus on building a deck and then doing all the fighting as well as puzzle solving with Gwent. So I mostly went into this game for the story, which I fully do anticipate to be amazing and to cast an impenetrable shadow over any gameplay shortcomings that I might observe. But yeah, it's that having been said, it really doesn't remove the awkwardness and the bizarre nature of the design decisions that they have made, that I have outlined as being quite negative for myself. You know, that certainly some people may not find it that troublesome, but overall, yeah. I mean, the controls, especially when you're just running around across the little map, those strike me as the strangest thing, probably of all of them. Almost feeling like, for the sake of just being as unique as possible and as different as possible and avoiding as many comparisons as possible, they chose to make the controls absolutely more cumbersome than they needed to be. Incomparably more cumbersome and, you know, irritating and unintuitive than they had to be. But yeah, that's it for the first 4 hours. I'm losing my voice again, that's why I'm stopping, among other reasons. That's gonna be it. Those are my impressions after the first 4 hours. I will absolutely continue playing because I am very curious about the story and the other puzzles as well. And the other boss fights, or story battles as it were. There's definitely a lot that they may have played with in terms of what Gwent can be. And I do think I've only scratched the surface with that. But I'm definitely doubting that I will actually continue streaming this. Because again, I've been streaming for 4 hours and I feel like I've done nothing. But yeah, first impressions is plenty good enough for me. Thank you for watching for those who did, and I will see you later. Or buy something else. Bye.